Welcome to EJH British Cars. So I've discovered that the original oil pressure gauge that I put back into the TR2 after I cleaned it up and all that is not really reading accurately. It seems like it kind of hangs at 65 and I don't know. It just didn't seem right. I put a different gauge just on the line and it was reading the way I expected it to, and the one in the car is just not. So I picked up a new gauge. And so that means that this is going to be like taking it out of a car that was not in the middle of a restoration because it's already buttoned up that far. So let's go take a look. So here's the gauge up here. You might note I put these back in by what the factory manual said, and I didn't think about whether it might be left or right hand drive. I'm not sure. But having the oil pressure closest to C, it's not a bad thing, the temperature beside it. So I don't know. This is what the book said, kind of. It was slightly different when I took it apart. I think it may have had fuel oil pressure. Anyway, it's the way it is now. It's the way it's going to stay. So I got to get my hand up underneath here, and we got to take the nuts off the back of the oil pressure gauge. And I've got the new one. I can show you it. Here's the back of the gauge. I think that's down. Oh, it's up. So that's the top. These are the two things. This is the clamp that was supplied with the gauge. And you see that's got a provision for a light. The light in this is actually held in part of the center section of the dash. There's two spots for light bulbs here and there on the back side. So we'll probably wind up using that clamp rather than trying to modify this. And you can see it gets the light in through the windows on the side here. So I'm going to reach my hand up underneath there and see if I can't get these thumb nuts to reach through and get those two nuts off. You can see them there, and there's the clamp that was with it. It's going to be a bugger putting those nuts back on. Anyway, so that came up pretty easy like that, but it's a bit tight. So I'm going to unbolt this line so I can kind of move it around a bit, hopefully get a little more slack out of it. You can see I got the gauge out. And there's the line on the inside. It's 9/16 by the way. See if I can get a little more of that out of there now that I haven't got the gauge tied to the back of it. The inside side of the dash, so that should be far enough to get it started, and it won't tighten it up to a little bit closer to have it in its right position. So you can see I got the tube on the back. It's just finger tight so I can get my alignment right. And when I'm happy with that, you see there's a little gap right there. I'll get the wrench in and tighten it up. And don't go crazy on it. It's 9/16 wrench. Well, it's in. And if I said that wasn't fiddly, I'd be lying to you. So there's about 10 or 15 degrees of enough slack to turn it. So if you don't get it perfectly centered, you can move it a little bit. And definitely got it up in there. Put that bar across the back. Started one screw, just a couple of threads, make sure the other side got on, and then wound it down. And you have to kind of, because that line is so hard, you really have to push the gauge into the dash to make the screws go down tight. And I just thought I mentioned I undid this clamp, but I also undid that just so this would move around a bit more. And that's just a 9/6. Oh, it's 9/16 and ½ inch, no big deal. So I'm going to bend this back, and then that should be it. Well, got it in, it's running, and it will bring it up to a couple of thousand RPM. 70 psi, and then you see it kick off. That's that valve opening up in there, and it's charging. And it's not too hot. It's warm days, 70 something degrees out, 75. So it's working. It really was a fiddly job. Um, might have been easier just to pop the dash out. I don't know. Sometimes you're opening up a can of worms. There's a lot of wires back there, and it's difficult. So it's probably 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I got another bezel, only I can't find it right now to put on the fuel gauge, but I think all I got to do is loosen that up a little bit, and then that'll just spin on. So that'll be pretty easy. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and join, and we'll see you next time.